1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds great, man.
Radio 2, sounds great.
Simmer, cool. Pushing over. Got me, sorry.
Yep, all good. 10-4.
All right.
It's only stiffer on the second half of the trouble.
10-4. We'll keep an eye on here, and we'll remind you if we see you resting your foot on it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe around 35%, 40% is when it starts kicking in the stiffness.
How you guys all doing?
It's still the same.
I'm just getting loaded up here.
10-4, copy.
Make sure this works.
Yeah, I feel like maybe around 35%, 40% is
So when I bring you in for our pass-through, we'll do the all red 9, then when I count you down, we'll come off to the
How's
yellow.
my volume?
through our
Does it
pit line.
sound okay to you guys?
Sounds good.
On 2, Lambert, you got me? Yes, sir, you got me?
Yeah.
Let's get all my screens here. All right. I am going to be scanning. Oh, you can hear the scanner? Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Shoot.
And the full length of pit road under green, just running our side. So.
Oh, okay. I got to turn that down. Sorry. I'm sure that's copyrighted or something. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry. I don't want. Is that good? All right, I think I turned that down. Yeah, I think NASCAR would probably shut down my stream if I was streaming that. You can hear me now, but no radios, right? Wait, you're saying you can't? Clearly, I'm still new at this. Okay, you can hear just me now. Got it. Okay. So, some late breaking stuff today. I don't know if you guys saw, but they decided to put down some more PJ1. Or they didn't have any PJ1. They only put resin down. And so I asked some drivers about that. Hang on, I'm getting a text. Okay. Okay, this is, so I checked with some drivers. I'm talking about the track prep that they did today. You know, there was no tire wear really at all in practice. So I checked with people, checked with 4 drivers, obviously I can't say who, and asked why the drivers and everybody wanted the track to be treated like this today. Driver number 1, most feel the top will be too dominant without something on the bottom. Driver number 2, I just think to make it not single file around the top. Driver number 3, it's to make the bottom groove more dominant. Tires will wear more because of it, yes. And driver number 4, 2 grooves, the PJ1 will let the bottom live longer. Resin wears out so fast that the bottom slows down, then everyone moves to the top. So it doesn't sound like this move was to promote tire wear necessarily. It was to try to get just the even lanes, which they've done in the past. Maybe there will be tire wear, but from practice, we didn't see any. And it is worth noting in the spring, though, there wasn't problems in practice necessarily, so it just showed up in the race. All right, engines are fired now. I'm a little bit behind because I'm watching on YouTube TV. I do have live scanner. And so let me point out something really quick here. Obviously, this is the live points. I have permission from NASCAR to show this to you guys. Thank you, NASCAR, for allowing me to show this monitor to you. Just as a refresher, this will be coming up a lot tonight. NBC's points. NBC, or USA, the way they do their points is they project your finish, where you are running, they project that finish for all 3 stages. So if you are running 7th right now on the track in the middle of stage 1, they will project that you are getting 4 points for that stage, 4 points for stage 2, and wherever that finishing is. The NASCAR points, if I'm not mistaken, is the live scoring monitor is just your actual position as you run, and then the stage points get added into that. But it's not projecting out to stage 2, if that makes sense. Probably confusing myself, but over here, we will be able to see the last time they pitted. Now, pit strategies obviously is not as much of a deal as, on a road course or something. This is the running order right here. So this is what we'll be using to look at the running order. Obviously, self-explanatory lead changes. They'll put all the cautions here and the reason for them. Here, this is important to know because this is laps to go in the race, laps to go in the stage, how many green flag laps there have been, how many yellow flag laps there have been. And again, this is behind the wall or out of the race. And the number of different leaders and which number, how many laps they've led, all that stuff. So, yes, we will see. I'm very excited for this. Hate to miss this race, not be there. But, I had to choose which ones to go to. I went to Watkins Glen last week because I knew Jordan, my coworker, was going to be at this one. So I was like, we don't need to both be there. I'll just go to Watkins Glen. So, all right, let's get ready to go. I've got the scanner in my ear for Toby Christie tweeted, Hamlin is hearing an additional voice in his radio, asks who it is. Lambert says he's not sure, then says we know what it is. So I don't know if Denny's radio's been hacked or what. Anyway, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. What would my walkout song be at Bristol? I don't know. That's good. It's a good question. I was going to be like, hey, does somebody want to use my Bristol rap? I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. That would have been horrible. That would have been a losing proposition for sure. Tyler Bradford says, how do I get the radio? I subscribe to the scanner on NASCAR.com. I don't have any special things. My picks to miss the next round are Harrison Burton, Keselowski, Truex. And I think Briscoe falls out. But I don't know, because I think Ty Gibbs is going to be really strong. I think Hamlin's going to get in. Anyway. But here's the bottom line is, though, that something's going to happen to these guys up here. Something is going to happen up here to, a Byron, Logano, Elliott, Cindric, Reddick. One of these guys, they're going to crash or they're going to have a tire failure. Something's going to happen. They're going to fall out. And you cannot predict that. You just can't predict it. I mean, we can guess, but how can you predict it? So then, that affects the bubble, obviously. So, no, I don't think the current top 10 are safe at all. I really don't. Because we just saw, last night, Justin Allgaier, I know this is for a regular season championship, but he had a 43-point lead. No, they don't have dark mode for this this screen. I don't control this screen, sorry. Anyway, I mean, Justin Allgaier lost 46 points last night, so obviously I wish this did the math for the cutoff line, but it's the math to the leader. But still, there's plenty of guys who are not within range. The list of driver intro songs, typically Bristol Motor Speedway sends those out in a press release, but I have not seen it yet. I will let you know if anybody tweets it. I think this could be a Kyle Busch win, which would be amazing, but that would be some kind of story. As a reminder, sorry, I'm trying to listen to the scanner, trying to watch TV. As a reminder, this is live, right? Like, even when I'm at the track, this scoring monitor is as live as it gets. There's, maybe a quarter second delay, half second delay. I use this at the track as well. So when this says green or when this says yellow, it's out. So this is going to be ahead of whatever we see on TV. It's certainly ahead of my TV. My TV is probably 30 seconds behind because I'm streaming it through YouTube TV. So, Bob just tweeted the driver intro walkout songs. If you're looking for that. Looks like they must have passed it out because it's not a screenshot. Let's see if there's any good ones here. Kyle Larson came out to the Morgan Wallen walkout song that he does for his concerts. All right, here we go. Green flag. Alex Bowman leads the first lap. There you go. So you can see how quickly things change just based on where they're running. Hamlin in, Gibbs out by a point. And Briscoe Suarez much closer to the line now. Suarez running 35th after 2 laps. So he qualified bad, hasn't made progress at all so far. Interesting. We have some... we have a caution. We have a caution. What happened? Who is it? John Hunter Nemechek. There it is. John Hunter Nemechek into the wall to start this thing off. All right, well, this could be one of those nights, huh? JHN. So this is how far behind I am. I don't know. Maybe I just have to switch my TV or something, but I'm still not, I haven't even gone green on my TV yet. I really got to figure this out. It's pretty annoying, actually. Are you guys that far behind? Yeah, I'm still that far behind. I tried catching up on my TV, and I'm like, what in the world? Am I like 2 minutes behind? Is anybody else behind? That's crazy. Man. I still haven't even seen it, so I'm like blindly okay. Now they're just going green on my TV, so how can I be 3 minutes behind? That's terrible. I'm on YouTube TV. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I'll watch the replay of this and I'll try to catch myself up because that's crazy. When in doubt, reboot the TV. You're more behind than me, Julie. Wow, that's crazy. Why are we so far behind? All right, I just want to see the replay of this and then I'll... I'm lap 4 on my stream right now, so frustrating. All right, the caution should be coming up. So then I'll reboot. I just want to see what happened. You know what does suck though? Like, for years, this race was always on network TV, right? Like, I'm not crazy, right? Like, this was always an ABC race back in the ESPN days. I feel like NBC had this for a while, right? Like, it was on network. Like, this was a big race. Wow. Whoa, Suarez really was lucky. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, I'm going to try to reboot my TV here. This is ridiculous. All right, coming to the restart. What lap are you guys on? I'm just now on lap 9. It says so. I think I might have caught up a little bit. They're choosing on my TV now, so I'm at least closer, I think. All right, well, back to green. Yeah, I'm on lap 10 too, so okay. Bowman, quite interesting. Did you guys hear that Keselowski sort of let it slip that Haley had signed with Hendrick in his press conference yesterday? Go watch Bob's video if you missed that. I don't know if he intentionally did that. I guess he did. Where's Denny going? Whoa, Denny's sliding back. Look, Denny's down to 9th and Gibbs is up to 10th. And so Denny's now 5 below the cut line where he was up earlier. Be interesting to see who tries up high here and who's staying low. See what these see if the PJ1 works and see how quickly the top will come in for those guys that like to ride on the high side. Try it early. Larson, Reddick, maybe Bell. See again there? Okay. So on NBC right now, it says Truex plus 10. Now it says Truex plus 7. Here, we have Truex below the cut line. It's because they're double projecting his points. I just don't understand why they do that. You can't, why would they think, why would NBC go, okay, yeah, we're going to take this guy running third right now and assume that he's going to also finish, he's going to finish third in this stage and third in the next stage and third in the race. Like, that to me doesn't add up. The way that we have it right here that I'm circling is way more accurate, I think. I just don't understand why they want to do that. X Lycott is asking about this program. During the pandemic, when we had to cover races from home, NASCAR gave us this screen, and I keep waiting for them to take it away. And I'm like, oh gosh, please don't, because it's really helpful. But they haven't taken it away yet. So we've had this for 4 years now. Anybody see any tire wear so far? I totally agree, Jason, and everybody else. Yeah, they should only assume points for that current stage. It's especially in an elimination race, you're really like trying to get into the points and see, and it's just a totally false reading. Again, Truex is not anywhere close to above the cut line at the moment. I have him 6 down right here, and they're plus 10 on the screen. I feel like this first stage is a lot of, making sure that number 1, you stay on the lead lap if you're a playoff driver. Number 2, not taking yourself out of it early in terms of a wreck, a mistake, anything. Goose, that's interesting. All cars running about half a second off from qualifying. I don't have they don't give us lap times. All we use is I just use like NASCAR.com's live leaderboard for lap times when I'm trying to compare stuff. I feel like we're in this industry in NASCAR, we're still kind of behind. Really could use some catching up technology wise in terms of the technology that's available. Like when you watch an F1 race, you can pay extra for all that stuff and you can see so much everything, right? We should be able to get that. We should be able to buy SMT data, I feel like. Like, I know SMT is a company, but hey, I'll pay $100 a year to see live SMT data. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure a lot of people would. There's a lot that, I think they could do to help fans sink their teeth into it and help us. Just the more information you have, the more you're understanding what's going on in the race. So I feel like we're so at mercy of, like here, that graphic they show right now, since the restart. TV has this monitor in the booth. Mike Joy has it sometimes where they have biggest gainers, biggest losers, for the race, for a course of a run, all that stuff. We don't have that, right? So, oh yeah, Busch scrubbed the wall. Not good. That was my pick to win. Let's see when the people start getting lapped. New leader. Finally on my TV anyway. Kyle Larson takes the lead. Larson sure loves Bristol. Would not be a surprise at all to see him reassert his dominance tonight with a big evening. But I do think the Toyotas are going to be a factor. Maybe once they get some track position. How about Hocevar and LaJoy both hanging in there in the top 10 right now? Outrunning Ty Gibbs, outrunning Chase Elliott. So let's see, who is the top playoff driver in trouble at the moment in terms of first one to get lapped? So Suarez now has moved up to 28th. He was 35th not that long ago. So Harrison Burton, he needs to have a night of his life, and 30th right now. He could get lapped early, first run, pretty much takes him out. Diego, my man. Favorite rapper, bless you. Jason has a good observation that Keselowski's not moving forward. 27th. Well, it looks like, Larson's trying to use the bottom, but yeah, when you get when it's stuck between lap cars like this already, and yeah, you can't even pass these lapped cars. That's this could be a long night. God, what is Nemechek doing? God, there was some debris that came off one of their cars there on that replay. Good Lord. What was my first ever Bristol race in person? It was the 2007 night race. And I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, that was like the first race after they had done some sort of change of the track or something. And it was disappointing. Everybody was like all pumped me up about it. And I think the race wasn't that great that night. Jason Brown, how do you get the international stream? Where are you at? Where are you guys getting the international stream? I want that. What do I have to get a VPN and pirate a stream or something? Man, I thought Denny'd be in position for more stage points than this so far, but he's still only 8th. You're telling me Denny in a must-win or must-perform situation at Bristol can't pass Hocevar? You don't have to tell me that, stream, if you're going to get in trouble. I mean, feel free to drop it in here if you want, but... I still think Denny's going to be all right just because somebody else is going to take themselves out. So it's a long way to go. 444 laps to go. Boy, Kyle Busch, I thought he was going to have a huge night and he's in danger of being lapped. Are we serious right now? Man. And then don't look now, but Suarez is not that far ahead of that. So here's a problem, right? Suarez had a big lead coming in, 30 whatever points. I think 30 to the cut line. But suddenly he's in danger of being lapped on this first run. And he's only 15 to the good. So if a couple other guys start to get stage points, then suddenly he's really, if Hamlin gets some stage points, Truex gets stage points, Gibbs gets stage points, he's really putting himself in a little bit of a bind, especially if he then has a problem. So Keselowski's not doing himself any favors either, though, right? Well, still being stuck in 27th. What would be the bigger choke, Diego? I think, so you said Harvick not making the Final Four in 2020 or Denny not making it out of the round of 16 today. I think Denny not getting through the round of 16, just as that would be the all-time collapse to me. I mean, Harvick, that one round when he didn't make the Final Four, he opened that round by finishing second. I was just looking this up the other day. And he then had 2 other top 20 finishes and missed the Final Four. It's not like oh yeah, there goes Suarez lap down. It's not like, Harvick didn't run well enough, but it wasn't like a total collapse. At least he made it to the round of 8, all that stuff. But man, track position is going to be... Here's what I can't believe. And obviously, this is going to be the big talking point coming out of this race, all right, in terms of the tires. Because it doesn't seem like there's still the tire wear. What the hell, man? They said the spring tire was the exact same tire as this tire last year. That did this, nothing. Obviously, there was crazy wear in the spring. Everybody said, well, it's the temperature, it's the temperature, it's the temperature. Then they came back, they did a test on a 90-degree day this summer, and the tires supposedly did the same thing. They wore an extreme amount. So everybody comes back here. Goodyear thought this. The crew chiefs thought this. The drivers thought this. NASCAR thought this is going to be another high tire wear race. And like, there's none, seemingly. There's no issues. And so you could say, well, yeah, you know, maybe the teams changed their setups. I was listening to Dirty Modo this week, and Letarte was saying, you know, maybe they get 20% more laps but based on a setup. You know, extended out another 12 laps. But these tires they're not doing anything. And again, they're the same tires according to Goodyear. So to me, the only thing that logically makes sense is that Goodyear did something to the compound for those spring tires. They don't know what they did. They don't know what they put in it. They didn't even know they put something in it. Because these are what you would expect out of the tires in the first place. I think there was some sort of fluky thing that must have happened. Because from the crew chiefs, that it seemed like they were saying, you can make the tires last, okay, you can go from 40 laps and maybe make them last 100 laps or something. But you can't just make the tires not wear at all. So, and here's the other thing too. People said, well, it's because they rubbered up the track. Well, they went today and they scraped the rubber all off the top of the track to eliminate that as a factor. They completely cleaned the top of the track this morning. And the tires still aren't, I mean, we're 75 laps in. Nobody's pitted. I mean, I just don't get it. It's kind of baffling that, well, there goes Kyle Busch. Wow, lap down. And Harrison Burton's next. Kyle Busch, man. How defeating must that be? 8-time Bristol winner, just in Cup alone. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what to make the tires situation. I just, you know, you could say, oh, Goodyear's got to do this and soften up the tire. And Goodyear was trying, according to the press release, Goodyear was trying to bring back the same conditions and replicate what we saw in the spring. They wanted to do that. And they thought they were. Like, it's unbelievable. How can it be this hard to nail this tire? Man, you guys are making me jealous on the international feed. So if I did the international feed, it's not going to give I'm not going to get like a virus on my computer or something. Keselowski still stuck in 27th, in danger of going to lap down. And remember, Keselowski and Chris Buescher, I mean, they were Bristol. I mean, it was like, wow, 2 years ago. So you would have thought they would have more performance. Like they were strong. Are you saying, what am I drinking? Well, I had Ollie Pop. Have anybody tried these? They're not great, but I'm trying not to do sugar. And it tastes like a soda, but it only has 3 grams of sugar. But it really just tastes like, you know, not a soda. And then I've got one of these protein things. These are good. I like these. These taste good. I don't know. I can't help it. I don't know about you guys, but like when I'm watching a race, I'm just like snacking like crazy these days. I bought this whole bag of popcorn. I bought these crackers. I'm just like, I can't stop like if I wasn't on camera right now, I'd be eating the entire time. I'm a little self-conscious to eat. Fast Car Enjoyer says, I got to get on the sparkling water grind. I've been trying it lately. I've been going toward the sparkling water a little bit more. It's hard though, man. It's like, you get a little taste of the flavor, but you don't quite get enough. You're just like, I can't believe Keselowski's not having a better night. And it's not over, right? It's not over, but like, look how far he is below the cut line as he runs right now. Chase Briscoe is reporting that his digital rearview mirror is out. That's probably not great. So we are almost 100 laps in and no tire issues. I should try Liquid Death. No, they're not gonna pit this stage. There's only 20 something laps to go in the stage. 29 to go. I think they make it all the way. Hundred laps down. Hamlin's still 5 below the cut line. Yeah, I feel like right now, this stage it's going to be almost all green except for the Nemechek in the wall. And it's sort of like we're waiting for something to happen. Keselowski going a lap down. I just don't get it. I mean, it would be one thing if it was like me, an idiot media member, going, oh, I think it's going to be the same tire. And then you had a bunch of crew chiefs and all this stuff and drivers in Goodyear or something going, no, that's not true. It's not going to be like that. The bottom line is all the experts thought it was going to be like this. Like Joey Logano yesterday before practice goes, oh, I think it's going to be the same thing. Like right before practice, said it was going to be the same as in the spring. Crew chiefs, again, like, so how could all the smartest people be caught off guard? I mean, how can you have such a mystery of what the tire is going to do week in and week out? That is crazy. I mean, Keselowski yesterday said he set his car up for a tire fall off race. Remember, he finished in the top 3 in the spring. He was able to manage his tires. So, ugh. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like, I mean, right now it doesn't seem like anybody can track positions seemingly everything, really. You're not having huge movers through the field, certainly. I mean, your Keselowski fighting for his playoff life can't pass Zane Smith this entire run. I mean, I don't know, man. I hope, look, it's early. I don't want to get too negative. I don't like being negative anyway. Everybody gets mad at me when I'm negative, like on the podcast, and you're bringing down the sport and all this stuff. I'm like, give me something good to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. I want it to be good. Like, I'm excited. I was all pumped up. Like, Anyway, sorry. Some of your questions. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it an I-N-T-A-B-I-H? Intabe? Or is it an L? I don't know. Sorry. So as the race goes on, how do you build a story or take notes on what you think would be a good story with everything that's possible? I know it sounds crazy, but typically, I'm not really doing as much tonight. Typically, I'm using my my Twitter feed as like my notes. That's like kind of sometimes what people are like, oh, why do you keep putting all, the caution and the running order and the restart order and all that stuff. It's not just for like tweeting updates, but like I go back to that as like my notes later. I'll be like, oh, well, this guy was 17th and he ended up, 7th or something on the next restart. So he moved up or, kind of stuff like that. Whoa, tight racing with Briscoe, Gibbs, and Hamlin. That's exciting. Whoa, they're fighting hard now. We got something here. 3 wide. Hamlin really coming on strong here. Up to 6th. And yet he's still 4 points below the cut line. This is big for Briscoe if he gets stage points. He really needs this. What a great... I'll tell you what, man. Briscoe is very underrated. All right, sorry, back to the comments. Oh, well, thanks for the support on terms of keeping it real. Keselowski just said he's chattering the shit out of the front tires in the middle. So said it's been like that the whole run. All right, well. Sorry, let me just tweet points here. All right, sorry, I'm back. I'm not very good at math, so when I'm trying to tweet the cut line, I'm just the hamster wheel in my head is very very slow. I almost pulled out the calculator, but no. All right, back to your comments. Yeah, I think it does make the spring race more of a mystery, just because, again, like, you can say the teams made gains. You could say the temperature helps. Sure, I'm sure those things matter to some degree. You could say the track rubbered up. But to go from, oh, the tires are blowing out every 40 or 50 laps to they just made it 125 laps with zero issues and like barely any wear. That, okay, I'm not, something's not adding up. And I'm not a conspiracy type guy. But as Denny said last week, in terms of the tires at Watkins Glen, why is this happening, right? He said, let me put on my tinfoil hat, and I think they put something in the recipe, in the rubber recipe. So I just don't know how can there be another explanation other than that? The teams can't make that much of gains with their setup. You know, somebody would have been more aggressive, right? Oh, okay, so you said Briscoe. Yes, Ray Kern. They did say there was wear at the test. Exactly. People said the drivers that tested the tire test, which was in July, I think, they said there was a similar amount of wear. So everybody's like, okay, well, this is just what it is. All right, sorry, back to your questions here. Somebody didn't pee in it this time, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you what Dispatch Master, what you said here. Absolutely, you said absolutely not. I think I heard guys like Rodney saying they maybe get 20 more laps out of the tires from the spring. We went a whole stage. Oh, Ty Gibbs speeding. Well, that's a good way to take yourself right out of it, isn't it? Ty Gibbs at this moment, Ty Gibbs is sitting 2 points above the cut line. Oh, Chase Briscoe wants to unplug his mirror. He's so angry. He wants to unplug it. It's driving him crazy. Must be flashing or something. His rearview mirror. Yeah, I tell you what. Now this will be interesting, Jordy. Your point here about Ty Gibbs is cooked. All right, how much of a track position race is this? Right? Because Ty Gibbs is now going to have to start at the back, which again there was only, he lapped up to 24th or 23rd, so I assuming people aren't going to take the wave around. They all had to pit too, so he'll probably restart 24th or something, right? So I guess my question is, how much gain will Ty Gibbs be able to make on this run? He's having a decent night, so. William Byron is told he needs 23 more points to lock in total. What would my walkout song be? I don't know. I really don't know. It changes all the time. It'd probably be some rap song, but I'd also want to get the crowd into it a little bit. So I'd want people to be like, oh, all right, back to green. All right, so Ty Gibbs is now 13 points below. Okay, I just want to see. I'm marking this in my Twitter feed so I can see how much. I just want to see how much he's able to move up. All right. I think, I will say Bell, if he gets the lead, that, maybe he sets sail too. I think this could be a Bell Larson type of battle. So Truex definitely putting himself in the mix too. He's having the night he needs to have, running top 5 and getting stage points. All right, so I know it's early, right? I know it's early, but Ty Gibbs has not made any progress yet. Check this out. Still, well, now let me take that back. No, that's right. I mean, Daniel Hemrick's right with him, and he can't pass Daniel Hemrick yet. Yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, I get he's tail end of the longest line probably, so he's probably behind the lap cars, I'm guessing, but still, like, he's not Ty Gibbs is a good car and he can't pass the Colleague cars all of a sudden. So maybe there is some of this track position stuff. Yeah, where's Byron going? NH Ehlers. It's Ehlers, right? Didn't you say last stream it was Ehlers? Not Ehlers, right? Good call on Blaney. I'll make sure we keep an eye on that. Oh, has Denny come to life? I don't know. Gotcha. So Ty Gibbs has not made any progress. Well, you got 3 Gibbs cars in the top 4 now. And again, Ty Gibbs not made any progress. Yikes. Ty Gibbs, 16 points below the cut line. What a brutal penalty that could turn out to be. That could be a season-ruining penalty for Ty Gibbs if track position is really that important. Still a long way to go. You're right, Darren. You're right. Welcome, Peaceful Tim. Glad you like the scoring monitor. It's not mine. It's NASCAR's, but they're letting me show it. I was like, can I show this? Or is it going to get me in trouble? They're like, no, you can show it. Suarez, yeah, it's really not good for him, huh? At least he can't go any lower. What'd they say about the Bowman rumor? I didn't hear about it, but you know, there was really stuff to that. I mean, that wasn't just some like fluke thing, but I think he saved his ride. I agree, GN NASCAR Fan 24. They should make this available to the public. It's great. They should do a lot more. Man, Briscoe's really impressive. Ty Gibbs might get lapped. See, okay, so I know Suarez is out on their monitor, but again, here, he's not out yet. He's still up 6 on Truex, Suarez is. Charles says Denny's going to dominate the second half of the race. Huh. Man. Keselowski might as well pack it up and go home. This seems pretty bad. This seems pretty bad for him. Look how far down Keselowski is right now. I need to go back and see who I had out in the first round. Let me see. All right, who did I have out in round 1? I think I had Logano out. All right, originally I had out Burton, Suarez, Logano, Chase Elliott. I said I'll go with Chase Elliott to have the unlucky break as he doesn't have enough playoff points to overcome much of a setback, but he hasn't had an unlucky break. So certainly didn't have Truex, Hamlin, Ty Gibbs out. Oh. Ty Gibbs says he's tight as hell. Hey, Ty Gibbs got a position, you guys. He's up to 2030 past Daniel Hemrick. Back in the game. I think Ty Gibbs is going to get lapped pretty soon here. Oh, you can see in Ty Gibbs' mirror. Oh, is Suarez going a second lap down? Ooh, that's going to be a night killer right there. Suarez might choke his way right out of this. Talk about coughing up a huge lead. Oh, man. Suarez, yikes, huge yikes. That is how you knock yourself right out of a round, by running that bad. Just straight up running that bad. Hang on, I gotta look up Suarez's points coming in tonight just to make sure I know what I'm talking about before I tweet it. Suarez was plus 36. Wow. Gonna cough up a plus 36 lead just by running bad. Not even a wreck. That's how fast it can go. Man. Tyler Greenfield, you're right. Jordan definitely thought Suarez was safe. Yeah, see, TV's projecting the stage points for this stage, whereas this monitor that we're looking at doesn't even project stage points. I'm just mystified at this entire race. Like, you can barely pass. Ty Gibbs is only up to P23, is about to get lapped. I think Aisha Hayes, I think Suarez got one of his laps back. He got one of his laps back. So he repassed Larson. It's that hard for Larson to pass these guys. He put him 2 laps down, and then Suarez got him back. So he's still trying to stay 1 down. I don't know how long he can do it. Either way, running 32nd ain't going to cut it. I don't know whose radio it was, but somebody just said, stay up, stay up, stay up, top of 3. So 3 wide somewhere for a playoff driver, because I'm only scanning the playoff drivers. Oh, there you go. Ray Curran. Suarez passed Barry and Stenhouse. Okay, so Suarez is... Oh, that's why he's 32nd. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Chase Briscoe, smoke in the cockpit, told to turn off his brake fans. Kyle Larson repasses Suarez, put him 2 laps down. Jordy, what country are you in? You're in Europe or you're in Australia or something? Where did you say you were? Sorry. I think you said earlier. Man, I hope it's not the door foam on fire for Chase Briscoe. He's having a heck of a night up to P4. And last thing, I mean, oh, you're in the Netherlands. Okay, cool. Hey, I met the NASCAR announcer that does the Dutch TV, the NASCAR feed at Indy 500 this year. Really cool guy. He came up to me and he's like, "Oh, I listened to your podcast." I can't do the accent, but he basically said he listened to the podcast, and he was like, "I love when Jordan makes you go on rants." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's awesome. Thank you." So he does. I guess he does Indy also. Yes, Winkleman. Yes, thank you. Yes. I met him at Indy. He was super nice. Super nice guy. But he was like, "Yeah, I listened to the Teardown." I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." So can we come to Zandvoort, or what's the deal, Jordy? Can stock cars come there? Can we see a good show there? Got a little banking in the turns, some of the turns. Wow, NHLers says Suarez passed Burton. Suarez trying to hang in there. Ooh, he's going to fight for anything. Oh, okay. Thanks on Winkleman there. We got some more bullishness on Blaney. You guys are really thinking that Blaney's going to charge up there. Oh, boy, Bowman knocking Barry right out of the way, huh? Ooh, that was almost a wreck. Oh, I'm hearing Harrison Burton has no power steering? Has that been reported? I don't see it anywhere. I just heard from another team radio. They said 21 has no power steering. I thought that's what they said, but I am scanning my feed and I haven't seen any of that. Talking about the quality of the race, right? Like, I think what's even more making this seem worse is because this was not too much unlike the night race last year, right? As far as I remember. But I think what's making this seem worse is the spring race was so good and the expectations were so high. And everybody saw this great race and everybody was fired up to see how that same kind of thing would affect the playoffs. And then you just had this sort of straightforward race. I mean, Aisha, I agree with you. Something had to be a mistake, but I don't know. Bob had a tweet earlier that said that it would have been an entire batch that they got wrong. So we haven't seen another race that was like that, though. That's the problem. Man, this stage is almost over already. $25 to go in this stage. By the way, look at this. We're only an hour and 9 minutes into this race, and we're almost halfway. Like, what? This is a crazy night, guys. I feel bad that we're like live streaming and like I want something to talk about, but there's no strategy to talk about. There's not a lot of passing to talk about. We're just sort of like waiting for something. Dang it. This is heading toward a negative sounding podcast, and it's gonna have to be. I don't like doing that. Corey LaJoy still P13 for his final start in the 7. Blake, you say you feel bad for the broadcast. I kind of feel bad for Lee Diffie. He was all fired up to see his first. He had never been to Bristol. He's fired up to see his first ever Bristol race and call it. And whose bumper cam are we seeing? Oh. Larson about to pass Keselowski again? Meanwhile, Denny going for big stage points here. Trying to pass Bell and get another stage point. I agree, Brittany. Feels eerily like one of those races where everything might get insane in the last 50 laps. But it does feel like we're just waiting. Oh, Harrison Burton out. Somebody just said, get the effing 31 out of the way. What the F is he doing? But I don't know. I don't think it was a driver, though. It doesn't sound like a driver's voice. Now I need to see where Hemrick is in terms of the track. Somebody tweeted me on Twitter, Jalen Hurts so good. They tweeted, does anyone happen to know what time the race starts? Fair point. Caution! Caution is out. What happened? We got something happened. Joey Logano. Oh. Logano. Well, good thing for him. He already advanced, huh? So here's the question. Yes, Jason Brown, you're saying that's the stage. Are they going to let it run out? There's 6 laps to go now. Let me go to the officials channel and see what they're saying. I think they're going to run out the stage. No, they probably won't flip the stage because they won't open pit road, right? They're not going to open pit road because that'll... Oh, they are? You're saying leaders on pit road? Oh, so they opened it. Okay. Wow. Wow. They're pitting. This is okay. This is a big moment right here. This might be what we've been waiting for because this is going to be a Reddick staying out for points. I think Reddick stayed out, right? So they can't... Or did Reddick not stay out? Am I reading this wrong? Here we go. No, Reddick stayed out, right? And this just hadn't cycled through yet. See this? Oh boy. That was a really quick caution. I guess they can do a quick caution if they really want to, huh? I know, the Shawnee, a tiny debris caution takes 15 laps. They got this boom, boom, boom. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, back to green. Oh, what's going to happen now? Is Reddick going to be able to hold on to this? Oh, okay. He's down to third on the first lap. Right here, see? I'm so far behind, I haven't even gone green yet. All right. Kyle Larson wins stage 2. Reddick ended up finishing 4th, so... Whoa, look at the cut line, you guys. Look at the cut line. Look at the cut line. Holy cow. Hamlin is +5. Logano, well, that doesn't matter. Suarez plus... All right. Am I reading this right here? I've got Hamlin +5. Suarez +1. Truex +1. Briscoe -1. Gibbs -16. Huh. Well, it was some exciting moment. It's going to be an exciting final stage, at least on the cut line. So you're saying Bowman's locked in? Bob says Bowman, Bell. Well, we already knew Bell. So Bowman's in. Should Gibbs have stayed out there? Could he have not stayed out there? I mean, he's at the back anyway. Right? Oh yeah, Jason, you already said that. What? Why did he not? Yeah, there's only 23 cars on the lead lap. You're going to the back anyway after you... I mean, that's bizarre. Yeah, he needed stage points. Bad. What a miss. Boy, this is going to be a big We still haven't seen that big moment. I mean, you would think something's going to happen to somebody, but Lee Diffie just said Ty Gibbs has driven his way to 19th from 24th. He wasn't 40th. He got a few spots because people. No, it's. I don't think he meant that. All right, so are they only going to have to pit one more time? Right? I think they only have to pit one more time in this race. Because they just made it 2 125 lap stages. And there's 243 laps to go. So if this is just going green, they're just going to pit one more time. So, all right. Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got going out? What's the deal? What are you thinking? Is Truex going to stay alive? Is Briscoe going to make it? Is Suarez going to make it? And to your point, Peaceful Tim, Reddick, now that he's going to pit, now that he pitted, he's 23rd, restarting 23rd. So he's only 9 points up, 8 points up on the cut line. So that's not that comfy. That's not that comfy at all. Man, that was a big miss for Gibbs. Big miss. Ooh, I tell you what, Reddick only being +8. Now, you know, Keselowski's not out if there's a multi-car wreck that takes people out, but what did Reddick say? Caution? Or no? No? This flashed. Then it went back to green. Reddick is +9 and as points as they run. Larson's points are right here. Larson is plus 44. Yeah, Larson's plus 44. So Bob just tweeted if Larson finishes 35th, he clinches. So there's no cars out of the race yet. That's the problem. See over here, you've got Harrison behind the wall. But wow, Bubba passed Denny? Huh? Boy, this is an exciting cut line though, I'll say that, you know. You got 4 drivers above that could easily fall out very easily. And by the way, I should tweet this. Byron is only 2 points above Reddick. So Byron's only good by 15 right now, I'm seeing. Why do they have Reddick as plus 11? I'm seeing him plus 13, but okay. Dwight the Owl. How is Bowman locked in for the next round, but Larson's not? How is that? Why would that be? I guess they just didn't have as many coming in, but he's gained 20 stage points, so. What did Reddick say on the radio? I didn't even hear, and I'm not seeing it on Twitter. What did he say that they played his chatter? Sorry, you guys have to fill me in because I have to turn the volume down so that it can't be heard on this. Make sure the 11 knows what I did for him. Oh, and they said don't cut any brakes. What did he do for him? Oh, just let him by to have a stage point? I'll be right back, okay? There's crying going on in my house, so I'll be back. All right. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, it's bedtime in my house, and there's a lot of crying going on upstairs, so I just want to make sure that nobody was seriously injured. But it's just fighting over dolls. Who gets a doll? So, 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. Didn't miss anything? Thanks, Jason. Reddick was just told P20, 10 to the good. So, yeah, I guess he didn't. You know, they always say, oh, do drivers want to know if it's close? I can't get Jordan on because he's at the track right now. So, yeah. Oh, my mic turned down? Oh, sorry. There, is that better? You hear me now, right? Sorry, I didn't turn it back up. Sorry. You can hear now? My volume still down? Better? Okay. I can probably turn it up more. I just don't want to blast you guys. This is okay, right? Okay, better. Okay, you're saying good. All right, cool. Yeah, it's tough because you can't live stream from the track. So Jordan's in the media center of the track right now. So, yeah. By the way, I'll only be able to do this one more time this season because I'm not going to be at the Roval, but I'm going to be at every other playoff race. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, you can't do this from the track. They don't want you broadcasting from the track, obviously. So. Somebody just tweeted me in all capital letters, Corn Pop 51 said, "You have no understanding of how tires work." I'm going to write back and be like, I'm not the only one. I think a lot of people don't. Kaz Grala. Suarez getting lapped. Man, Suarez 33rd. Oof. What a disaster. Disaster for Suarez. I mean, it's one thing like if you have a 36-point lead and you go in and like you get wrecked, you have a flat tire, you have an engine, something happens. But like to just see your lead erased, wow. And by the way, Chastain is 10th. So what's the deal? Unbelievable. Man, that's really bad. So let's look at Truex. I want to look at Truex for a second here on Racing Reference. You guys use Racing Reference? Just to let you know, if you're not using Racing Reference, that is like the, it's like practically like our Bible for stats. Racing Reference is an amazing site. Anyway, so Martin Truex Jr. at Bristol career. He is 0 for 34. He only has 3 top 5 finishes in 34 starts. 3 career top 5s at Bristol. And he's running second right now. Could he get a Bristol victory, his first one in his 35th and final Bristol start? That'd be something. He only has 5 top 10s in 34 starts at Bristol. How crazy is that? That's wild. Oh, we need Dirtback. No, please don't do that. Oh, yeah, I saw NHLers. I saw the Barry and Suarez just had a little contact. Smoke came off somebody's tire. $190 to go. By the way, check out the time of this race so far. Up here. 1 hour and 42 minutes and there's 189 to go. That is insane. Is this going to be an under 3 hour race? Bristol night race? Time to look at previous Bristol races. So, spring race this year was 3 hours, 20 minutes. Oh, last year's Bristol night race was 2 hours, 48 minutes. There was only 6 cautions. So there's 4 tonight. So maybe it's... Steel Blaze, this race's cheeks. Can I use that for my podcast title tonight? Toby Christie just tweeted, Suarez being told the playoff cut line situation is very close, so despite being 33rd and having a hard night to fight hard, team is telling the spotter to let him know just how important each position is right now. Can you guys, I just got an error message that says YouTube is not responding. You guys can still see everything, okay? I assume. Sorry for some of the tech stuff. I'm still trying to figure this out. There's only been, okay, thank you guys. Appreciate that. There's only been 3 different leaders tonight. Larson has led 285 laps. Bowman at the start led 34. Tyler Reddick once for 3 laps when he stayed out. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, it's going to be green flag pit stops. I would think. Okay, let's talk about strategy, right? Whoa, look at Briscoe. Oh, Briscoe. Briscoe, what are you doing? Whoa, my goodness. Briscoe. Oh my God. Phenomenal. This guy does not get enough credit. And that's his future ride right there. Wow. Amazing stuff. This guy is a freaking hero. What an inspired playoff run for him. Wow. That's pretty good. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Got so sidetracked by that. Oh, we got a caution. We got a caution. Our scoring monitor just flashed yellow. What's going on? Who was it? What happened? Who is it? It's a caution. Who is it? LaJoy in his last... Oh, LaJoy. LaJoy in his last start for Spire. Oh, boy. Man, poor dude. Oh. Well, I know what I was going to say earlier. I was going to start talking about strategy. Now it's irrelevant, though. Because now they'll all pit, and they should be able to just make it to the end, right? I mean, they'll be old tires. They can make it from here, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, Barry. Whoa, what was that? Yo, dude. Woo. Oh, he got loose first. Anyway, I was going to start talking about strategy because I was going to say I don't think you want a short pit here because if it had gone green, if you short pit, right, like, yeah, maybe you have a tire advantage, but you've lost 3 laps in the pits or something under green. And if a caution comes out, you're trapped for the rest of the race. So you would have wanted to try to pit long. But now everybody will come down, right? And the stages were 125s, and those you could make it all the way. So they come down now with 168 to go. I want to hear what Letarte says, but I think you can make it, right? I mean, it might be long, but you can make it. What do you guys think? Can you make it from here? Yeah, I mean, tires don't matter. Ay, mi sombrero. Tires don't matter, unfortunately. I agree with you. I got logged out of the... Does anybody else have problems with the NASCAR scanner? Like all the time? I just got logged out of it. Ugh. Can't get back in. Lovely. There you go. Josh Hanna. We have somebody with the information. 8 Crew said it's in the window if it goes green. And it probably won't. I mean, there'll probably be another caution, right? But, oh, you're saying Briscoe had a bad stop? Oh, Briscoe, no. Oh, man, that has to be so frustrating. Oh, man. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Briscoe -8 below the cut line, points as they run. Ty Gibbs -14. Whoa, we got Truex. Truex. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the comments. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't see the comments. You're like, look at comments. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's bad. That is so bad. Wow. Truex now 18 out. Restarts 26th. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable mistake. Oh my goodness. What a mistake. Massive. Massive mistake. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. That is huge. Wow. Unbelievable. What a mistake. Wow. That's crazy. Chase Elliott? Where did he come from? Where's he been all night? Hamlin is quietly plus 11 now. I really thought Gibbs was going to make the next round, so I'm surprised at this because I thought he was going to run spectacularly tonight. And he's up. I mean, he's up to 10th now. Actually, Gibbs is back up to 10th. So it's not over for Gibbs. He's 6 out behind Suarez. Suarez is 31st, and he's not going to get all those laps back. Whoa, don't. No, this is not worth it, guys. Bell and Blaney, not worth it. You guys are good. Don't do that. That would be quite the big mistake. Do I think the PJ1 shouldn't have been applied? No, I think this was their only chance to try to get even lanes, but it just didn't work. Like, they're all just running the top anyway for the most part, it seems like. But they thought that it would just be completely top dominant otherwise. Gibbs to 8th, guys. Gibbs to 8th. Nice recovery for Briscoe, Asia. Man, I can't believe Truex. Truex can't pass a Rick Ware car. Yeah, Tyler Greenfield. He can't go anywhere. Wow. I mean, Suarez is only positive because he was plus 36 coming in, and Gibbs had a penalty, Truex had a penalty, Keselowski's run like crap, and Burton had a problem. I mean, otherwise he's screwed, right? If any of those guys don't have an issue, he's screwed. He might survive. Man, I cannot believe that Truex thing. MLT says, why are the tires different this race? I don't know. Nobody knows. Wow. Joe Srigley tweeted, Kyle Larson becomes the first driver since Kyle Busch in 2009, 15 years ago, to lead more than 300 laps in a cup race at Bristol. How about that? Goose, let me get that answer for you. How many laps did Hamlin lead in the spring? Oh, we're saying the same thing? Me and Lee? That's funny. Hamlin led 163 in the spring. Oh, Suarez, what? Oh, goodness. Whoa. 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 Oh my gosh, Suarez, what are you doing? Wow. Yikes, dude. Losing it. He said the same lap stat. Oh, that's funny. Well, 66 getting a lot of TV time, I guess. How about Suarez shows up and he's going to run 3 laps down, if not more, and he's possibly going to make it? I mean, Ty Gibbs needs to gain 3 spots. Now I got to look and see who has the tiebreaker. Oh, wait, no, Suarez finished second. So Suarez finished second in Atlanta, so Suarez has a tiebreaker. So Gibbs needs to get 4 spots. Let's look here. So can Gibbs get these spots to make it? Bubba, a Toyota teammate, would probably move over or, concede it, right? Even though you're not supposed to. But these other guys aren't going to. Nobody else is just going to be like, oh, sure. So I don't know. That's going to be tough. Tough for Gibbs. Most laps Kyle Larson has ever led in a cup race. Steven Stump tweeted. They just told Daniel Suarez, because he asked, can the ones who took the wave around make it on fuel? And they said no. If that helps anybody. 125 to go. That's the length of stage 1 and 2. So, can't believe this race has been 2 hours. I got to go restock on caffeine. I'll be right back. All right, sorry. Had to go get some green tea. Got to have enough mental capacity to make it through the podcast later, too. So, don't want to be junk for that. Oh, Larson clinched. No surprise. Should be a short podcast. Yeah, I don't know. You know what sucks is we have to talk about tires. Wow, what a compelling topic. Cliff Daniels just told Larson to stay smooth, not try to. Oh, what was up with Stenhouse there? They just showed Stenhouse and cut away from it. Looked like he was wrecking almost. I guess not. Good Lord, good point, Josh. Truex is doing nothing. Nothing. Larson clinched because LaJoie fell out and Burton is so many laps down. Or sorry, the 15 is so many laps down that he's out too. I guess it only took 2 cars because he has to finish 35th. There you go. He had to finish 35th. 2 cars fell out, so he's in. Yeah, good call. Suarez will pass those people too, so he'll get a couple more. Man, 2 Gibbs cars, penalties, get mired in traffic, eliminated. Just like that. Brain Dogs, unfortunately, this is a media site that NASCAR gave us during the pandemic, and they just haven't taken it away yet, so it's not a public site. When we were covering races from home, they gave this to us too because we weren't allowed to be at the track. That's crazy. NASCAR fan stat there. Burton is going to end this round with fewer points than Larson and Bell had at the start of the round. That's wild. Wow. Truex. Man, you hate to see a Hall of Famer's career just go off like this, just end like this with a whimper. Especially he was going to make it. He was going to make it to the next round at least. Wow. Unbelievable. What a massive disappointment. Massive disappointment. I would have never thought that, like, when was Truex's last win? Let's see. Truex won 3 races last year. His last win was New Hampshire. He leads 254 laps last summer. And there was no, I mean, that was his 3rd win of the year. He wasn't retiring. And you're like, well, I mean, there's no way that was like, oh, that's his last win ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how sometimes you just stop winning. Like, it happened to Jimmy, happened to Harvick, Truex. Crazy. You're right, though, Jason. Truex going from running second to getting lapped because of a speeding penalty. Talk about track position race. I mean, Peaceful Tim, you say Jimmy could have won late in his career. I mean, Truex has had chances this year. I mean, remember that restart, spring Richmond this year, the Denny Hamlin jumped restart? That would have been a Truex win without that caution. I think Kyle Busch has more in him, Derek. I mean, it's just his cars aren't as good. But, like, he's still young enough. He's not over the hill yet, I don't think. I don't think he's past his prime. I don't think he has the cars to do it. Man, this is a... I mean, I'm out of line thinking this is an extremely disappointing race. If I say that on the podcast, are people going to be mad? Like, this seems like a total letdown of a race. You're right. I mean, Asia, am I saying it right? Asia? Anyway, yeah, I mean, of course, you get a last minute caution and everybody, everybody's like, oh, okay. Mike, you're literally falling asleep. Hey, I just had to re-up my caffeine. Like Ash Ketchum. Like, so you're saying Asha? Oh. Jordan has first pick in the poll. He beat me again last week, I believe. Derek, what a great point. I might steal that for the podcast. If this wasn't a playoff race with the points battle to talk about, what would this be even to be discussed on the broadcast right now? Such a good point. I'm pasting this and putting it in my chat with Jordan, so I remember to bring this up. Oh, gotcha, Asha. Yeah, I mean, Brittany, you say, I know most if not all of us are disappointed in this race. I'd be so dang upset if I'd spent my money and time to be there. Imagine if you bought tickets because of the Spring Bristol race and went there thinking it was going to be like that for a playoff elimination race, and this was the race you saw. Oh, bruh. That would be so, oh my gosh. I would be hating life. And like also, I mean, from my perspective too, like we have so much travel budget we can use on the playoffs, right? And I was really nervous coming in tonight. Like, man, this is a tough race to miss. Hate to miss Bristol night race. This could be a spectacular all-timer. Did I make a mistake by, going to the Glen last week instead? But nothing to regret right now. My boss, my editor, who has to read my stuff, just tweeted at me and said, "You're going to write about tires again, aren't you?" I think he's tired, no offense, no pun intended, tired of editing tire stories. .403 laps led for Kyle Larson. .66 is only 27 laps down. Baldy, you're right. We got Kansas next week. That's good. Don't let us down, Kansas. Kansas, goated. Best track. Fast Car Joy is going to Kansas. Me too. I'm excited. Now that's a race that should have sold out after the closest finish in NASCAR history last time. I mean, that race is freaking awesome. Pure Rockets, Larson advanced because he got 20 stage points, and then because of that, he only had to finish 35th or better, and 2 cars fell out, the 7 and the 15. So the worst he can finish is 35th, so he's clinched. Oh, man. There goes Keselowski's strategy. What a miss for Keselowski to get eliminated before the round that has Talladega in it. But honestly, like, he shouldn't have been in this position anyway. Like, why wasn't Keselowski better at Atlanta? He wasn't even a factor, right? Like, where did he finish at Atlanta? Gotta look this up. Oh, he was 19th at Atlanta. He only got 18 points there. That should have been the race that he really capitalized on. Yeah. Should the 54 spin the 99? I don't think NASCAR would let it stand if it looked any sort of near intentional. I think they'd penalize Gibbs based on the Dillon ruling. And also, I don't know that Gibbs knows who is 3 points ahead of him. He probably knows, or 5 points ahead of him. He probably knows he's 5 out, but I don't know that he knows who it is like we do, right? Maybe he does. I haven't listened to his. I've been scanning all the playoff drivers, but. Tyler Reddick gets lapped. Wow. Man, laps are winding down, 40 to go. I agree, Tyler. NASCAR is itchy trigger finger right now on the caution button. But, I mean, look at how Eric Jones almost got turned earlier and saved it. And these cars are not that even easy to spin out. Like, yeah, I guess Suarez is going to make it after all, huh? Blaney just said something. If you feel like you're having a problem, I'd rather pit before it's a problem. He thinks he might have a loose wheel or something, but he's okay points-wise. Not clinched. You're saying 19 hit the wall? Oh, okay. So Hassler had said, this is as far as you've been on tires. If you feel like you're having a problem, I'd rather pit before it's a problem. And he said, okay. This is according to Nicole Chipman, who, I don't know if anybody follows her. She tweets all of Blaney's radio chatter each week. Yeah. Thank you for that. Trey Ryan. Kyle Larson has now led more than 426 laps at Bristol tonight. This is the most dominant Bristol performance since Cale Yarborough 47 years ago in 1977. By the way, those of you who know Nicole, Moose Speed seems to, she used to babysit my oldest daughter in Portland. She was our babysitter. She lived right down the street from us. Small world. Everybody will stop if there's a caution. Nobody, because they'll be on such old tires, nobody could win, but. Great observation by Kelly Crandall. After all this, the only change in the playoff grid would be Hamlin in, Gibbs out. Her Twitter, Julie, is Stellanarius. Let me see how to spell that. Stellar, like Stellar, and then Narious. Stellar Narius. She tweets all of Blaney's radio. Everything that's said on Blaney's radio, she tweets it every. Here, I'll just put a tweet in the chat here so you can see. "15 cars on the lead lap, guys. 20 laps to go." Now there's not even any playoff drama. 10 points. Sorry. We all invested our time in this together. I feel like, live stream, I wanted to be entertaining. At least we're all in the same boat together. It's like a group therapy session when this doesn't. Paul B, I appreciate that. Whatever Jordan picks on the poll, go lower. Oh. Man, this used to be the race everybody looked forward to. Man. This is not good. Well, as I said again, we will be doing the live stream for the Roval. Knock on wood. But that's the only other one I can do this year. So, hey, on a positive note, you guys. It didn't rain. This race didn't get rained out, and we have a whole Sunday off to watch NFL. This is my first NFL Sunday of the year, my only one till like Thanksgiving. So I'm very excited about that. I'll take that. I'm not gonna complain about this race getting in as scheduled. No rain. All the people that went got to see a race. That's good. It's good. We'll take that. I'm trying to find some positives here. Man, this went from, oh, this is going to be the craziest tire race, blah, blah, blah. Tyler, you say just don't watch the Broncos, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm a Broncos fan, so, you know. I've seen the scores, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch. Maybe it's bad to have a day off to watch the Broncos make me miserable. I'll wish I was watching this again. The Racing Underdogs just tweeted, wife just dozed off in the loudest place on earth. I guess they might be at the race. Wow, he's going to lead. Larson's going to lead 463 laps. Wow, Nathan, great observation. Truex never made the pass. Unbelievable. Wow. 2 to go. No late white flag. No late caution, you guys. Well, that was it. I cannot believe this race. I cannot believe that just happened. Well, what did Letarte say? I didn't hear him. And that's it. Kyle Larson leads 463 laps and wins. And Ty Gibbs is eliminated by 11 points. Is it 462 or 463? I guess 462. 10 cars finished on the lead lap. 10. 10. You're right, GN NASCAR fan. I'm stealing this too. Thank goodness. Imagine saying, I'm putting this in my notes for the podcast. Oh. Cheeks. 46 fewer lead changes than the spring race. The biggest decline ever from race to race at a track. Oh my God. That was so bad, you guys. That was really so bad. Wow. All right. Oh, he's getting his kid in the car. Yeah, hold on, Owen. Please hold on. Don't fall. Hold on tight, Owen. That seems pretty dangerous. I think NASCAR is going to outlaw that. A child hanging out the window with no helmet or safety thing on. Ah. You wasted an edible on this race, David. That's hilarious. All right, guys, that was fun. Guess I'm going to get some notes together for the podcast, which nobody will watch the live stream of that one late tonight. But I enjoyed talking to you guys. Thanks for being somewhat, commiserating with me during this. This was a pretty disappointing night. Nobody will watch the replay of this one. But anyway, appreciate you all. Let's try to do this again at the Roval. Can't be worse than this. That's the good news. Anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend. Have a great night. And talk to you on the teardown if you want to listen to that. But I don't know why you would. See you guys.